everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. If this is your first time and you don't already know, my name is Janet. I'm so glad you're here. Y'all, it is so close to Christmas. Just a few more days. But you know what I haven't done? I have not done my cookies. And what is Christmas without your Christmas cookies? We gotta get this done. And y'all, I'm going to show you my cream cheese sugar cookies that I have done for our Santa cookies ever since my children were little bitty. They are so good, y'all. So good, I promise you. When I first started doing them though, I got really frustrated with them, but I'm gonna show you how to work the dough so that you're not getting frustrated with it sticking and not cutting out correctly. Let's go, let's look at what we need. Let me get this apron on. Y'all know I make a mess and I need an apron. Okay. Y'all, these are so quick, so easy. Let me turn y'all where you can see the ingredients over here. I do usually use my stand mixer. I'm just going to use my hand mixer this time. The first thing we need is 8 ounces of cream cheese, whatever brand you would like. Just make sure it's an 8-ounce block. And then we need 1.5 cups of sugar, 1 cup. The recipe says unsalted butter, but all I have is salted, so we're going to use this and not add the salt to the recipe. So 1 cup of butter, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 half teaspoon of almond extract. Y'all, this is the magic in these cookies. Oh my goodness, it's so good. And what else do we need? 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and if you're using unsalted butter, use 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So, let's get started. Okay, so into our large bowl, we're going to add the sugar. Then we need the butter and the cream cheese. I'm going to go ahead and get the butter and sugar mixed up a little bit before I add in the cream cheese. But let me go ahead and get this open. All right, either in your stand mixer or with your hand mixer, go ahead and mix these two together. I didn't tell you, this butter is at room temperature. Let's add in our cream cheese. There we go, nice and creamed. Now we need to add in, we're not going to do the salt because that's in the butter. Let's add our almond extract and vanilla extract and our egg. Now with the almond, I do measure because this can be very overpowering. I'm going to make sure it says 1/2 teaspoon. Yes, okay. Y'all, I love almond extract. It smells like cherries. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. And then our vanilla, we need 1/2 teaspoon. Nope, I'm not measuring. That's my homemade. Where's my lid? Oh, hello, Janet. Seriously. It's on the bottom. All right, and let's add in our egg. This is a farm fresh egg. It's already at room temperature. If your egg isn't, just give it a few minutes and let it come up to room temperature. Let's get these mixed in. Okay, now I'm going to add the baking powder to my flour, and we need, it said 1 teaspoon, yes, 1 teaspoon. Always double check your recipe so you don't mess up. So into my flour, Going to give that just a little stir. And if you see there, right there, those are peppermint sprinkles. Oh, y'all, they are so good on these cookies. I just can't even tell you. If you like peppermint, those sprinkles are a must on these cookies. Put them on right as they're about to go into the oven. You'll thank me later. Promise. But of course, if you don't have peppermint sprinkles, I can also promise you these cookies are outstanding just the way they are. There we go. And we're going to we're going to spatula some flour into here, and we're going to mix it in slowly. It says to actually stir, so just use the lowest setting. Add in some more. And just keep going until you've got it all mixed in nicely. And y'all, just that fast, they are done. Now, what I'm going to do is just get this all off of the beaters, and then just go around the bowl, give it a quick stir, make sure everything is incorporated, and we've got one big ball of dough. Y'all, these cookies smell so good, even in dough form. And my family loves them. And because of life, we just haven't had them the last couple of years, so I'm so excited. I'm going to do a few with you to bake to show you how to work with the dough, but the rest I'm going to leave so that my children can help. Even though they're older, we still love to get in the kitchen and cut out cookies. Everybody should stay a kid at heart at Christmas, right? Let's just go around the bowl. And this is a really thick dough. But y'all, because you're working with room temperature ingredients, I really should get a spoon, shouldn't I? You cannot, I repeat, you cannot use these for cutout cookies as they are. You're going to have to leave these in the refrigerator. I like to do it overnight, but because I want to get this video out to you, I'm going to put a little bit of the dough into the freezer and get it really good and cold and come back and show you, because you're going to have to not be afraid of flour when you roll these out. There we go. I'm just going to take this and put it in a big clump in some saran wrap. Okay, I'm just going to take this little ball of dough, and this is the one we're going to work with in just a few minutes. It'll be a few seconds for y'all. I'm going to flatten it into a disc, and that's how you want to cool it in the refrigerator. Go ahead and have it in your disc, wrap it, and voila. Now we're going to put this in the freezer probably for about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, long enough to get this cleaned up. In addition to the cream cheese sugar cookies that we love to do for Christmas, our other favorite and our other must is my sister's gingerbread cookies. Now this is the actual recipe she used in her bakery for the gingerbread cookies, and I will go ahead and tell you, if you want to do these gingerbread cookies, do them a day ahead of time for the best flavor, because for whatever reason, the longer they sit, the better they taste. So I've already done this video before. Actually, I've done it twice. Look up here and I will link the other video, but I'll go ahead and tell you what ingredients we're putting in here, and I will, if I can remember, please forgive me if I forget, I will try to put the recipe down in the comments below. We're going to start with 1/2 cup of butter, and this recipe is halved because it makes a ton of cookies. And unsalted butter is best, but all I have is salted, so I'm not going to put in the 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So 1/2 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of sugar, we're going to combine these. Then we're going to add in the molasses. And I sprayed my cup to try to make this easier. We are also going to add in white vinegar. That's 1 tablespoon. That was 1/2 cup of molasses I added. And we're going to add in 1 egg. Let's combine these. Okay, let's move this to the side because I have my flour. That's 2½ cups. Then I have 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. We need 1½ teaspoons of ginger. Then 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon. Voila. Oh, wait. 1½ teaspoons of cloves. Goodness, that smells like Christmas. And we're just going to give these a little mix. They don't have to be super combined, but you don't want all your spices in one clump. So just mix it up. And this recipe is super forgiving. You don't have to be so precise with your flour. You don't have to scoop and measure and weigh it and all that good stuff. I mean, not scoop and weigh it, but just, you know, how you spoon it into the measuring cup. Just scoop it out. It'll be okay. Because you actually are going to use a lot of extra flour to get these rolled out, just like the sugar cookies. Okay, now we're going to add this to the butter mixture. Just do a little bit at a time so we don't make a big mess. Oh, yum, that smells good. It smells good. Y'all, how easy was that? Okay, now we're just going to scrape down the sides. And just like we did with the cream cheese sugar cookies, when we wrapped them in the plastic, I'm going to squish all this dough together, but I'm actually just going to leave it in this bowl. That's exactly how my sister did it at the bakery. Oh, gracious. She would go through the gingerbread cookies at that bakery. So she always had to have a lot of this dough on hand during the holidays because people loved it. And we had a Christmas light parade. She had the bakery in our hometown, and people would come in and right before the parade and buy hot chocolate and gingerbread cookies. Oh, such fun times and great memories. Some of my absolute favorites. There we go, y'all. Simple as that. And again, you don't want to try to do this dough while it's warm. It has to be chilled before you try to roll it out and cut those cookies. I think I changed my mind. I'm going to wrap this up so I can wash the bowl and get it out of the way. Okay, I broke off just a little piece to put in the freezer so we can make the cookies for this video. And I'm just forming this into a ball so we can wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator for cookie baking tomorrow. I know my son is so happy. He's been asking for at least 2 weeks. Are you gonna make the cookies? Are you gonna make the cookies? Are you gonna make the cookies? When you making the gingerbread? Bless it, I love him. He loves his cookies, and I love him. There we go. That's all there is to it. Those are so quick and easy. See, you don't have to buy them from the store. It's so super easy to make your own and super quick. Time you go to the store, stand in that line after you have found what you're looking for. If you can find it, you could have already had these mixed up. Okay, got that in the refrigerator. Now we just need to wash this, and everything else is already clean. So I've just got to put up these few little things, and we're done. Okay, let's go ahead and roll out the sugar cookie dough. It's very, very cold. I actually took it out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator. So to do this, don't be afraid to put down a lot of flour.
Y'all, I am the world's worst. Every time I think I've got the camera paused, I'm actually recording. And when I should be recording, I've got it paused. Have mercy, y'all. I just can't get it together. Anyway, just use a lot of flour and make sure your dough is nice and cold, and roll it out to 1/8 of an inch thick to 1/4 of an inch thick, and you can see just how nicely these cut out. And they hold their shape. They come right up off the counter and they don't stick. Oh, these are so nice. I love doing them, and the kids love doing them.
Okay, I'm just going to take the little cookie cutter, a couple of little ones. And y'all thought I was kidding about these and the dough being good. And I forgot, Jake has already asked me for the cookie dough. He actually likes to eat it. It's all yours, son. I'm done.
Okay.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's all right. Don't get sick. He's steadily gobbling up the dough. So I'm just going to move over here and put the sprinkles on these cookies. These are just peppermint crumbles. Oops. I'm gonna put too many. And I just gently press them into the cookies. If you don't have peppermint crumbles or you can't find them in the store, just get some candy canes and crush them up. Make them really small and they will work just as well. This peppermint flavor just works so well with these cookies. I don't know what it is. But we're going to put these in the oven at 375 degrees for I think about 8 minutes, just until they start turning golden on the edges and look a little set. You don't want to let the whole cookie turn brown. You'll have a cracker. There we go. Now this dough gets soft really fast, so when you're working with it, you want to move kind of quickly. You don't want to dilly-dally. That's why I like to work with small batches of it. So that way you don't have a problem. But you saw how quick and easy they were to cut and put on the pan. y'all, we are done with our cookies. Those are so easy. You could easily be intimidated by baking Christmas cookies, but y'all, it really is just that simple. Thank you so much for joining me. You know I love it when you come and spend a few minutes with me, and I genuinely mean that. I love when you come back and you watch the videos and you leave comments and you leave me thumbs up. Can't tell you how much that means to me and how exciting that is for me. So, everyone, until we meet again, may you be blessed. Love you guys.